Crouisk is a clothing manufacturer in TB which produces a range of dress which it sells to Enrich. The range of dress only product are the only product Crouisk produces, and Enrich is the only customer. Okay, they have one customer, one production. Okay, Enrich is a well-known retailer in Thailand. Enrich has recently been affected by changes in consumer preference, purchasing preference by people. Let me see first. Hold on. Right, by Enrich has been finding it people buying online. As a result, it's keen to reduce inventory holding as a way to reduce its cost. Enrich is also finding that it has excess goods which it has to discount to as customers tastes appear to change more quickly. Okay, right. So we can kind of say that in this question that we have a few major issues appearing. Okay, let's look at this case study. Issues appearing in this case study. Right. One of the issues that's appearing in this case study right now is this idea that, let's see, you got company having problem. What's the problem the company is having? Well, they're having problems face. One, customer having inventory issues, getting outdated fast, and wants to hold low inventory. So this is basically customer problem. Okay, this the customer problem. And remember, this company is got only one. Crouisk has got only one customer. I think they said they have only producer. It sells which it sells, right? And it's only customer. It only has one customer. So this is like 100% dependence on this customer. Okay, and they make only and they makes only a range of dresses. So that's the big issues that we are looking at. This company has a major problem in sense that they have only one customer. Now, moving on. Current purchasing policy. Crouisk currently obtains its raw materials from 4 suppliers. Each of the supplier operates in differently in terms of processing procedure, which they adopt in trading with Crouisk. So this is about module 6 of your SMA syllabus, all right? Module 6, where we are looking at the purchasing function here. Okay, so we're kind of jumping to module 6 in this question here. And here, we are, remember, you're looking at this concepts down here. There, not this one. We are looking at, yeah. So this part here, supply chain disruption and supply code of conduct, global supplier management. So this is about closer to a supplier management question that you're going to see, all right? Now, however, recently Crouisk found, okay, Crouisk has been agreeable to this as the quality of raw material supply has generally been acceptable. More recently, however, Crouisk has found reason to question the accuracy and quality of raw material delivered from one supplier. Okay, this got a problem, okay? So remember, Crouisk currently buys So they have 4 suppliers, okay, 4 suppliers. Additionally, another supplier now only dispatches material to Crouisk in full load quantity as it wishes to optimize the use of its delivery vehicles. So here's one question of quality being supplied, and also full load only. So this is another problem. So two problems have now cropped up for this company. One of it is that it's one of the supply data is being wrong, and the other one is that one supplier wants to send it all in full data. current production method. Okay, the performance matrix at Crouisk for production efficiency is the number of dresses produced per period. Okay, this is the KPI. Crouisk's method of production is to produce individual dress in long production run, which help maximize output. Right, they already have production efficiency is number of dress produced. Okay, that's the KPI. The other issue that you have here is the long current production, long production runs. Okay, they're using long production runs to help maximize output. Staff working in the production department have their bonuses based on this matrix. Okay, this is very important. Right, goods have not been produced to goods which have not been produced to the required standard have traditionally been rejected at the end of the production process. Production manager has indicated to you that current production method has been successful and only has 5% of goods returned for poor quality. So right now, so they have a 5% reject rate at the current company. Okay, now Enrich would now like to move to JIT purchasing its goods for Crouisk. The board of Crouisk has asked you for help as management consultant to advise how the company may change its approaches to areas such as purchasing and production to prepare itself for JIT principles. So this is the issue that the client want to move to JIT. Okay, and then what we should do. That's the big question. Client wants to move. They've already said, we want you to deliver JIT. Now, the chief executive does not believe the company will encounter any problems adapting to enriched requirement, and has told you we have very good quality control practices and procedures in place. Confident we are consistent to supply goods which are required at acceptable price and high quality. Our practice of testing goods at final stage of production before they leave supports this. Okay. Crouisk has also made available a list of costs she believes address all the relevant costs of quality. So cost of quality, remember cost of quality, you can break it down to 4 types. Remember, you got the you got the appraisal costs, you got the detection costs, appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. Now you do need to break it down for this one. So there's that cost of quality, which you come down here. You're not seeing it here. There. You're coming down to this part. Got it? So it's about this part here. Okay? So the cost of quality is there, right? Now assess the change which Crouisk have to make in areas of purchasing and production in order to supply goods to enrich and JIT basis, and prepare a cost of quality report. Now you're given a report here, and they've already told you the cost of conformance, prevention, appraisal, cost of non-conformance, internal failure, external failure. Foregone contribution from lost sale is estimated by the CEO. Okay, and potential sales loss due to related production delivery is there. Okay, now based on this, we can now quickly get this question settled out. Okay, let's have a look at this question. First part here, we'll just do a quick one. Right, let's look at the first part here. Okay, I'm going to do the cost of quality first. Okay, estimated cost of handling the complaint. Okay, estimated cost of handling complaint. Material cost 2 billion. Scrap cannot be reworked. Okay, Then you got quality control supervisor salary, you got rework cost, machine downtime, product recall, labor cost of production, quality audit, foregone contribution from lost sales, and routine maintenance. Now, if you were to classify this one, okay, I would say that the routine maintenance of 8,000 is there, okay. Then you have the quality control supervisor cost. Supervisor cost is 35, and you got the quality audit, which is here, okay, which is 2K, right? Then you have the internal failure costs. Okay, the internal failure costs would be your rework costs. Then you got your machine downtime. And you have the scrap. Cannot be reworked. And the last one, you got cost of complaint. Cost of complaint. You got foregone sales. You got product recall. And estimated cost of handling complaint. So complaint costs is going to be 135K. Then you also have contribution foregone 85K. And the last one you have there is recall, which is about 85K, and then recall is 180K. Okay, so the total here is going to be 8K, and this is going to be 37K. This is about 168K. And this is about, the last one being about 400K. Okay, this kind of means that that's the cost of quality, okay? And in this case, you at least know that they have to spend a lot more on. Currently, cost of non-conformance is high, and therefore will need to be adjusted down to deal. Okay, currently cost of non-conformance is high, therefore we need to be adjusted down to deal with the matters. Okay, and in this case we can say total cost. Total cost is how much? 8 plus 37 plus 168 plus 400 equals to 613. And then if you look at 613, and how much is 168 plus 400 equals to 568 divided by 613 equals about 92%, about 93% of your costs. Okay, 93% of the cost is being for this part. So 93%. Okay, that's one of the ideas you're supposed to be aware of. Now, moving on. Plan to move to JIT. this has to be reduced, increased in conformance costs. Prevents quality failure. Okay, that cover this issue of cost of quality. Can you move to JIT? Okay, the last part, is it possible to move to JIT? I have to explain this to you, okay, why it's not possible to move to JIT, why it's not easy to move to JIT for this question. All right, this question, very hard to move to JIT because of the following thing, okay. Too many suppliers, there is issues with quality of supply. JIT needs a reliable quality. Supplier has moved to bulk delivery, which makes it harder for JIT implemented. You have to build relations with one or two only. Supplier need to move to Kanban. Okay, Kanban system. What is the Kanban system? Kanban system is basically that they are clear that they have to supply goods according to the system. Quality of supply must be guaranteed. Okay, that's one of the issues with Kanban system. Must move to flexible. And no longer focus on quantity made. Okay. Bonus on quantity may be hard to change. Okay. Right. So there seems to be a lot of changes they have to do. Okay. And have to work in cells and so based on current, hard to move to JIT system. Right. Too many things involved. There should be a cultural change also there for this case. Okay, that cover this case study where we study a little bit on issues on JIT system and whether or not it's possible to move into a JIT system, and whether or not you know how cost of quality is being calculated. Now be careful with the cost of quality. A cost of quality, you can see they put in other costs just to trap you into the calculation. Just be careful with that in the real exam. So if in your real exam you do get this, it's possible. All right, guys.